How much longer will we have to endure empty promises and half-hearted excuses from Keir Starmer? What has led this Labour leader to make yet another serious mistake that has sent shockwaves across the internet? There's much to unpack behind his words. Starmer has indeed found himself in a tight spot just 50 days into his premiership. His bold promises have sparked the latest wave of public outrage. Will these serious missteps lead to an unprecedented political crisis? Or is it merely the beginning of an unexpected debate? Let's dive in to better understand the causes and consequences of this situation. During the recent PMQs, Keir Starmer found himself in a challenging situation when asked to clarify his stance on the Falkland Islands. The context of this inquiry was further intensified by the UK government's recent decision to relinquish control over the Chagos Islands, returning them to Mauritius. This is a sensitive issue tied to territorial sovereignty, something that the British public holds dear. Starmer, seemingly prepared for this scenario, confidently stepped up to defend his position. With calmness and certainty, Starmer began by emphasising his personal connection to the Falklands conflict. He recounted the story of his uncle, a Navy sailor who narrowly escaped death during the Falklands War when his warship was sunk while defending the territory. Through this personal anecdote, Starmer aimed to not only affirm his firm stance, but also foster empathy and connection with the public. He boldly asserted that the people of the Falklands are British and will always remain so, as a powerful declaration of the UK's sovereignty over the territory. However, Starmer's confidence and emotions were soon questioned when the public quickly uncovered an undeniable fact. No British warships were sunk during the Falklands conflict. Instead, it was the Argentine cruiser ARA General Belgrano that was the target and sunk. This mistake immediately became a focal point for criticism, raising a major question. How could such an experienced politician like Starmer make a historical error of this magnitude? The questions went beyond the factual inaccuracy of the historical event and extended to the motivations behind his story. Was this merely an innocent slip-up, a moment of carelessness while attempting to emotionally connect with voters? Or was it a deliberate strategy to manipulate emotions and garner political support? Given the current tense political climate, even the smallest actions can be blown out of proportion and contribute to debates surrounding the honesty and reliability of politicians. Starmer's mistake was not just a simple verbal misstep, but a significant political blunder. It not only damaged his reputation in the eyes of voters, but also shook the confidence of his supporters within the party. A politician is expected to demonstrate deep knowledge and precision in their words, especially when representing the interests and voice of a nation. Making such an error on an important issue like the Falkland Islands, a symbol of British national pride, resulted in a reaction opposite to what Starmer had intended. This incident serves as more than just a lesson on caution in speech. It is a reminder about the use of emotions and personal stories in politics. In an era where the public increasingly demands transparency and honesty from their leaders, any signs of inaccuracy or fabrication can lead to serious consequences. Whether this was an unintentional mistake, Starmer's misstep has left an unfavourable impression on the public, and recovering from this blunder will require not only wisdom, but also significant effort to regain the trust of voters. Immediately following Keir Starmer's controversial statement, the online community reacted swiftly and fiercely, as if a wave of outrage had been unleashed. In just moments, social media platforms like Twitter and Facebook were flooded with comments criticising and questioning the truthfulness of his words. Terms like liar and fabricator were used by many, fueling doubt about Starmer's real intentions. The question on the minds of thousands of internet users was, did he deliberately distort the truth to polish his image and win over voters? This situation was particularly damaging, not just because it occurred while Starmer was already facing widespread criticism from the public, but also because of the growing tension within the Labour Party itself. In a time when Starmer needed to present a strong and flawless image, this mistake only deepened the skepticism about his integrity and leadership. For many, this statement wasn't just a small error. It reinforced doubts about the trustworthiness and ethics of a leader. Some even saw this as a sign of a deeper rupture in the confidence they once placed in him. Tweets and statuses became the focal point of intense debate. People continuously demanded a clear and convincing explanation from Starmer, but in the heated and suspicious atmosphere of social media, any response he gave was subjected to intense scrutiny, complicating the situation further. For the online community, which consistently demands honesty from leaders, a misstatement like this is not merely a media blunder, but a reflection of a deeper failure in trust. Social media, as a mirror reflecting public sentiment, exposed widespread discontent and a feeling of betrayal among many voters. Each comment and post acted like droplets falling on an already turbulent surface, creating ever-expanding ripples. Amid this chaotic environment, Starmer now faces pressure not only from political opponents, but also from those he wishes to persuade. The challenge now lies not just in restoring his reputation, but in reshaping his image in the public's eye. A task far from easy in the stormy seas of public opinion. Keir Starmer's era comes at a time when the political climate could not be worse for the Labour Party, akin to a small spark igniting a blaze amidst an already turbulent storm. Just a few weeks ago, Labour was holding strong with a significant lead in opinion polls, creating a sense that victory was almost within reach. However, a series of scandals and controversies have gradually eroded voter support, and Starmer's misstatement has now added fuel to the fire, putting Labour in an even more precarious position. According to the latest poll from More in Common for Politico, Labour now holds just 29% of voter support, while the Conservative Party has closed the gap with 28%, intensifying the political race. Merely 3 months ago, Labour was ahead of the Conservatives by 20 points, a seemingly insurmountable lead. Yet, in a short time, the situation has completely shifted. The public backlash against Starmer's gaffe has not only significantly tarnished his personal standing, but has also weakened Labour's position. Adding to the challenge, Labour now faces a rising political force, Reform UK, which has quickly gained a foothold with 19% voter support. Reform UK is steadily making its mark on the political map, posing a genuine threat to the traditional parties. This reflects the growing dissatisfaction of the public with established politicians and their increasing desire for change, seeking alternatives that are fresh and different. In this context, Starmer's mistake is not just a minor slip-up, but a deep crack in the image of a leader who once held so much promise. It has sparked further doubt about his leadership capabilities, exacerbating the discontent with the Labour Party. When trust wavers, people tend to shift their support to emerging parties or opponents, which further jeopardises Labour's position. The winds of change are blowing stronger than ever in British politics, and Starmer, along with Labour, will need more than just an explanation to calm the public storm. Starmer's grave mistake in his speech about the Falklands War is not just a minor incident. It has triggered a strong wave of criticism from the public and heightened concerns about his leadership ability. In the current politically tense landscape, this mistake could severely impact Starmer's future and that of the Labour Party. Can Starmer overcome this shock and regain public trust? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain, the internet is closely monitoring his every move. And that wraps up this video. As this story unfolds, every move and reaction is crucial in shaping the landscape of British politics. Will the Labour Party reclaim its former glory, or will Reform UK shatter the political norms? What do you think? Leave your comments below, and if you found this analysis engaging, don't forget to like, share it with your friends and family to spread the word, and subscribe while hitting the bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Thank you for your support.